There is no indication that religious impostors, heretics, or hypocrites are to be uprooted from the world. And why am I saying this? If you look at the history of Christianity, you will see far too many atrocities that have occurred in the name of the kingdom of heaven. And there are those today in our present culture, the United States, who are pushing for an agenda that would treat people who don't measure up to their standard of Christianity with the same kind of aggressive, punitive measures. Drive them out of the city. Drive them out of the community. Drive them out of the country. This is exactly what happened in church history, as we call it. Constantine, Christianizing a nation. It was the worst thing that could have ever been done. You're not a Christian just because you're born into a family or sprinkled by a priest and made a part of a church. That doesn't make you Christian, but that developed from Constantine forward. And then you had things such as the Inquisitions which followed, as whole areas were cleansed, were purged of even people like you and me that didn't agree with the government authorities. And if they had just read this, if they had just read what Jesus said, they wouldn't have done that, because Jesus said, let them grow together. Don't do that. Don't do that. You have Calvin, John Calvin. He at least agreed to the death of Servetus. You say, well, what's so wrong with that? I mean, Servetus was denying the Trinity and he began to question the deity of Jesus Christ. He deserved to die. Maybe he did deserve to die, but that's not your call, Mr. Calvin, or any other governmental authority that stands in the place of the religious group. That's Jesus' call to make. We're talking about a final judgment, you see. A purging of the land. Puritans with the witch hunts and the burning of the witches. Those are blights on Christian history. It is not according to the words of Jesus. How many true believers? Listen, we have those who could be members of our church, who had their hands bound, their feet bound, and thrown into rivers because they wouldn't submit to the baptism of the state. And what I would say is, okay, let those who think that you must baptize children, let them exist. Let's grow together in this world. I can tell you those who follow our understanding, and I say ours, I'm talking about Baptists, and those who would agree with historical Baptist teaching. Our position comes from Jesus Christ. Our marching orders do not include cleansing our city or state or nation of all opposing religious groups. We are not Old Testament Israel. We march under the banner of King Jesus. And these are orders that Jesus is giving to His kingdom now. The order from King Jesus to His kingdom, carried out by His churches, is leave them be. Let them exist. And so when I go downtown, as I did this week, and I walk by these folks who, if I were to judge them just by outward appearances, I would say, boy, you're lovely looking people. You're probably Christians, aren't you? And if I were to say, do you believe in Jesus? Oh, yes, we believe in Jesus. And you keep talking, and ultimately you find out they don't believe in the same Jesus you believe in. So what should I do? Should I be happy when I hear that in Germany, it just happened this last week, somewhere where one of their kingdom halls was attacked and 5 of their members were killed? Should I say, well, good, we got rid of a few of them? No, that's not the spirit of the kingdom. Let them grow together. Well, preacher, are you saying that we must leave them alone? We must say nothing? We must let them exist without confronting them at all? No, you know that's not true either, because the Scriptures clearly say we do confront them.